Hello, good people. Welcome to my channel. Please, if it's your first time to meet my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. All right. So we are given a question based on bearing. All right. Bearing is one of our topic. It's our O level mathematics. All right. So we are given this question under bearing. Right. So the first part we are given 1A. Write down the supplement of 35 degrees. Part B, the diagram shows the points of two TV masts P and Q. All right. So from this given diagram, we have point P and point Q. Right. These are the two TV masts we are given P and Q. Right. So according to this diagram, the bearing of Q from P is 125 degrees. Find the three-figure bearing of P from Q. Right, so let's now attack a question by a question, starting with part A. Right, so for part A, let's write solution here. Right, so according to this first part, write down the supplement of 35 degrees. Supplement of 35 degrees. Right, so we have what we call supplementary angles. Supplementary angles, these are two angles. If you add those two angles, we definitely get 180 degrees. In other words, the sum of those two angles, if they are supplement, if we sum up them, we get 180 degrees. So in other words, we want to find the angle of which, if you get that angle, if you add that angle to 35 degrees, we must get 180 degrees. So in other words, we are saying, if you say 35 degrees plus the supplement of 35 degrees, we should get 180 degrees. So this becomes, if you say 35 degrees plus a certain supplement of 35 which is unknown, we can just let the supplement be x degrees. We should get 180 degrees here, right? So from this, we want to find the value of x. So x is equals to 180 degrees minus 35 degrees. So x is equals to, we're now about to separate this. So we are saying 180 minus 35 degrees. This will give us 5 here. Then this 4 will give us 4 here. So 145. So the supplement of 135 is 145. If you say 145 plus 35 degrees, we must get 180 degrees. So meaning to say the supplement of 35 is 145 degrees. All right. Then moving on part B. On part B, the diagram shows the positions of two TV masters P and Q. Right. So according to this diagram, we're given a question based on bearing. Right. Then the bearing of Q from P is 125. So what's more important here when dealing with bearing? What's more important here? Right. So what's more important here is whenever you are asked to find a certain angle through bearing, what you're supposed to do here is check this. The bearing of Q from P is 125. You go where there is from. The bearing of Q from P, we go where there is from P. You see there, P is here. So when P is here, you enter where there is a north. This line is facing the north, where there is L, that's north. You try the north here, then we move clockwise motion. You move in a clockwise motion until you approach the line which goes where there is Q, right? So from this north, you go clockwise until you meet the line that goes where there is Q. Once you approach this line where there is Q here, so the angle indicated is 125 degrees. Right. So from this, find the three-figure bearing of P from Q now. We want to find the bearing of P from Q now. So we go where there is from. Remember, I said before, whenever we are dealing with the bearing, you always go where there is from. So where is from Q? Remember, Q is here. So since Q is here, what you have to do here is you have to go where there is a north here. Then you move clockwise. You move clockwise until you approach the line that goes where there is P, because we are asking to find the three-figure bearing of P from Q. Remember, Q is here. So you enter where there is north, then you move clockwise until you approach the line that goes where there is Q. So in other words, we want to find this angle, this outer angle. But remember, this angle sounds like it's reflex angle. We want to find this angle. How can we find that angle? There are two ways we can use in order to find this reflex angle. Remember, reflex angle is just an angle that is more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. Right, so for us to find this angle, what you are supposed to do here is we can even apply the concept of Z angles. The concept of Z angles can even apply. Just say this Z angle. From this north, we move this. And to approach this, we have Z angle here, Z angle here. So meaning to say 125 degrees is also here. This one is also 125. Or else, since this one is 125, but remember this one is a straight line, the outer one is 180 degrees here. This one is 180 degrees. So the sum of the two, you can even find the angle. Or else, we can just apply the concept whereby we are given these two north. If you sum these two angles inside, they are supplement, they add up to 180. So if you say 180 minus 125, you get this angle. So 360 minus this angle, you get the outer one. But at some point, you can just use the concept of Z angles. So in other words, the bearing of P from Q is equals to, you just say apply the concept of Z angle. You are just saying this 180 degrees outer here, 180 degrees plus 125 from the application of Z angles. This becomes, so we are now saying 180 plus 125. This you get, then this you get 10, then this you get 305. 305 degrees. But remember, we were asked to find the three-figure bearing of P from Q. So since a three-figure bearing, what are you supposed to do here is you have to make sure that your digits, you only have 3 digits here. If you have 2 digits, let's say you were finding the bearing of P from Q, then you get your answer like is 60 degrees. You have to put 0 here to make it 3 digits. That's what you call three-figure bearing. But we already have 305, 3 digits already. So meaning to say the three-figure bearing of P from Q is 305 degrees. So basically, when dealing with the bearing, you have to know where to start with, which letter to start with. So probably the bearing of Q from P, from, we go where there is from. Same applies to here. Find the three-figure bearing of P from Q. You go where there is from. Probably this is what you're supposed to do whenever we are dealing with bearing, whether a three-figure bearing or even its compass bearing. Like I said before, if it's your first time to watch my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Also, don't forget to follow on my TikTok. All right? Don't forget even to like my videos and even share the link with your colleagues so that they can also even enjoy these videos. So this is how to work with bearing. Thank you so much.